I thought offensively tonight it had a Eastern Kentucky type feel. It was like pulling teeth. We could never get in rhythm. I think maybe the emotion early in the game had something to do with that. But I thought we defended. We held them to 40%, out-rebounded them by 4. And that's an athletic, physical team. They're 2 front-line kids, Butler and Powell, would start for about any team in our league. And their guards, although they didn't shoot a great percentage tonight, they're dangerous, particularly Smith and Allison. I thought we did a pretty good job on those guys. So all in all, it was a good win against a team that has no quit in them at all. And I thought we matched their physicality.
Donnie, senior night, just talk about that, what it was like to see those 3 seniors at center court.
Yeah, it's very emotional. All 3 of those guys have given their heart and soul to our program. In DeMonte and Kenneth's cases, 4 years, Sam the last 2. And they embody everything that we want from our student athletes. They're going to graduate on time. They're great people. They're respectful. They're mannerly. They work every day exceptionally hard in practice. And everyone knows how hard we coach them. We're demanding. We hold them accountable. But they never waver or have bad attitudes or bad body language. They epitomize what a student athlete is. And we'll miss them tremendously. Hopefully we still have them for about 8 more games.
Talk about what it was like for you to see Kenneth's banner hung up in the
Oh, just the thrill of a lifetime. I don't know if I could be more proud if my name was on the banner. That's how proud I was of Kenneth. And China, too. I mean, it's just so special for those young people, what they've accomplished, what they've meant to not just our basketball programs, but to the athletic department, our university. Kenneth Fareed has probably brought more national attention and notoriety to our school than literally millions and millions of dollars could purchase. So just so proud of him, and what I'm most proud of with Kenneth, though, is he won't change one bit. He'll continue to be the humble, hard-working, appreciative young man that he is.
How was SEMO able to kind of turn it into a grinded-out half-court game in the second half?
I think the biggest thing, Tanner, is they did a nice job defending us, or we missed shots, or a combination of both, and therefore we could never really get into our press consistently and force tempo. It was more of a half-court game, which was to their liking. We would have rather got up and down a little bit more, particularly on our home floor, and by us not making shots, and you have to credit their defense, we weren't able to set the press.
Coach, you've got some positive momentum going now. You've won a couple games in a row. You're looking good. Talk a little bit about this 4-game stretch you're heading into the OVC tournament.
Well, it's a brutal stretch. We go to Eastern Kentucky, who's playing about as good as anyone in our league. He's already beaten us once. We go to Indiana State, a very, very good Missouri Valley team. And then we go to Murray State, who's winning our league, and UT Martin, who will be fighting to get in the tournament still. So all 4 games, we're going to get everyone's best shot. It's kind of like the way we ended the season 2 years ago. We were playing well. We went 0-4 against quality opponents, all on the road. And the end result was we got hot and won the tournament. So I hope not to lose all 4, trust me. But if the end result is us going to the state tournament again, I could live with that.
Talk about playing EKU on their senior night.
Well, it's going to be an emotional night for them. I hope that they play as lethargic on the offensive end as we did tonight on our senior night, then we'll be fine. But, Eastern Kentucky is a tough matchup. Even though we've had some success against them the last few years, they're a team that shoots it from all 5 positions. So they really spread and space the floor, which extends your zone. It gets guys that aren't used to being away from the basket out guarding at 22, 24 feet. And then they do a nice job in their 1-3-1 of taking away some different things, particularly with us, post opportunities for Kenneth. So it's a tough matchup. It's going to be a physical game. Hopefully we can play a little better Wednesday than we did the first time around.
Now the players refused, the 3 seniors refused to call this a revenge game. They said there wasn't anything of that sort. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I don't think revenge is the right word. Every game is so important. Tonight's game was important. If we beat Eastern Kentucky, Thursday at Murray is going to be important. It's just the nature of the beast in conference play. They played well and beat us at home. We beat them a couple times last year. You know, in good conferences and with good rivalry games, it happens. We just need to go over there and play well and try to get our style of play into the game, which is difficult because they control tempo. They don't turn it over a lot. They're very, very efficient at the offensive end, so it's hard to get the game going the way we want it to.
Coach, it's this time of year and really the past couple of weeks every year where your teams really start to peak and reach their full potential. Where do you see this team at right now?
Well, I think we're playing well. I mean, you know, you think about it. We've won 13 of our last 15 games, and the only 2 we lost were at Eastern Illinois. We missed 40 shots and scored 40 points. And at home against Eastern Kentucky, we shot 31% from the floor. We guarded well in both games and out-rebounded both of those teams by double figures. We just didn't shoot the ball well. So had we shot it well, you know, we might be talking about a 15-game winning streak right now. I like our team. We're playing well, but I think there's 3 or 4 teams in our league playing really well right now.
Coach, I asked Kenneth about some people talking like he was the best big man in the state of Kentucky compared to every other college.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'd say like the Smith kid, right? Terrence Smith, is that his name at Kentucky? The lefty, Terrence Jones.
Yeah.
You know, he's more of a 3-4 than he is a 4-5. He's obviously a great talent. Jennings is a good post player at 5-man at Louisville. But there's not a better post player than Kenneth Fareed in the state. That's not being egotistical or anything else. He's just that good.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.